Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Donna here. Well, parts of Donna here. You have my hands today. I'm waiting for an order to come in from craftoutlet.com and it is supposed to be here by Friday. And then we'll be getting busy with a couple of other projects. One of them a new bubble wreath for patriotic 4th of July, Memorial Day, and so on. But until it comes in, I was looking at my calendar for May, and I have an anniversary coming up with some good friends. And so I thought that I would share with you a video while I made an anniversary card. As you know, my YouTube name is Paper Dreamer 1 because most of my crafts, if you look at my earlier videos, were paper crafts, making albums and cards and so on. So I really haven't done it in a long time. I've kind of got away from it, but you know, I made a couple of them a while back, and once you've learned to love it, you always love it. So let's get together today and we're going to make a card. I'm not using the Cricut today. We are going to do some cutting and scoring, but I'll tell you what you're going to need if you want to make a card like this. I have a white card base. This is an A2 size card, which means that it is 4 1/4 this way and 5 1/2 this way. And I have already computer generated a little verse on the inside that the front will say happy anniversary, and on the inside it says to one terrific couple. So that way the computer has put in my inside of my card. The other thing you're going to need is several different pieces of paper that coordinate with each other. And this paper all came from a Die Cuts with a View DCWV pack of a few years ago, actually, called Tea Party. And I have this one that is that the polka dots are kind of raised if you actually feel them. The polka dot one, and that one is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and that will be a mat that will go here. This one is a birds. They're kind of pretty in the tree. And this one is cut at, I don't know why I still have that on there, but anyway, I'll get that off of there. Let me just get that off of there right now. This is the piece that attaches it to the book, and it has a place where you can tear it off, but then it leaves a rough edge. So this one, let's measure it now because I did just use my. This is 4 inches wide and 3 and almost 1/4 long. It should be. I'm going to make this 3. Let me just make that 3. Let me just measure here for a minute. Yes, I'm going to cut that to 3. There we go. So this is 3 inches high by 4 inches wide, and this is 2 inches high by 4 inches wide, and they're going to stack like this, and then there'll be a little piece to go right across the two of them. Okay, and the other piece we're going to have is we're going to make what's called a curtain fold, and I'm going to start out with a piece that is 12 inches long by 4 inches wide, and this piece we need to cut at an angle, and I'll share with you how I do that. I'm going to take my cutter, and sorry, but I do use my cutter backwards, but then I'm left-handed. And I'm going to use my cutter sideways this time. And I'm going to mark on here. Let me just see, I can go from, I'm going to mark 1 inch up, okay, on that side, on the bottom of the left-hand side, and on the top of the right-hand side, I'm going to measure 1 inch in. Okay, so you can see those 2 marks. Then what I'm going to do is to take the cutter, and I'm going to put this mark right on the cutting line, and I'm going to put this mark right on the cutting line. Okay, I'll put the top down, and I'll cut it in half. So what I have done now is actually create 2 pieces. So I could make 2 cards, but I'll save this one for another card, and we'll go on. Okay, so now we have to make our fold, and I'm going to use my Martha Stewart school board, and I'm going to put this in here with the wide side on the left. Okay, now this is going to be too long, but I'm going to trim it after I have it on the card so that I know I get it to the right size. And I'm going to use a cheat sheet because I have this. Oh, let me show you what I have. I have a book here that has card sketches in it. Okay. So if you're looking for ideas and what to make. But then I also have some pages that have certain folds or cuts. And in this one, this is the curtain fold. And it has my measurements of what to cut it underneath. And I just keep like a, there's actually 2 of them here because there's 2 different curtain folds. But I just keep that in the slot so that when I want to make one of these cards, I can just refer to it. So back to the scoring. I'm going to start by scoring at 3/4 of an inch. And this is kind of heavy paper, so I'm going to score it 2 or 3 times. 2 1/4. 3. 4 1/2, and I'll write the measurements down below. 5 1/4, 6 3/4, 7 1/2, 7 1/2, 9, and 9 3/4. Okay, we'll put that away if I can get it open. This board is just doesn't like to open too well. There you go. We'll get this out of the way. And now what we're going to do is fold it. And I do have somewhere here, there it is, my bone folder. Okay, I'm going to start at the first one, and I'm going to fold it underneath. And I'm going to give it a nice crease. Then I'm going to fold the second one up. And I'm going to give it a nice crease. It's called Mountain Valley folding, actually. And the third one I'm going to fold down again. And I'm trying to keep the top of this even, okay? And we'll give that a nice crease. And the next one I'm going to fold back. Trying to keep the top of it even. And the next one I'm going to fold forward. And the next one back. And the next one forward. The next one back. And the next one forward. Oop. And that's the last one. And this will be trimmed when I get it on the card. So you can see here now, let me just show you with the white underneath here. You see, this is like a curtain fold, or draperies. It looks very pretty. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take a little bit of glue. Hopefully this works. And I'm just going to put a little bit underneath each one of these to keep them down. And this is Art Glitter glue, very good glue, but it gets stuffed up very easily. And it has a special pin that it comes with, which I've now lost. I can order another one, because if you use any other kind of pin or needle in the cap to keep it open, it will rust, and then your glue gets rusty. Let me just get this piece here. Okay, so there you go. There's your curtain fold. So now let's put this card together. We're going to start with this mat that I said was 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. That gives me just a little bit of a border around here. And this is just a tape runner. I have an ATG gun, but as long as I have some tape in this, I'll use it because it's easy to handle. Now, you see me open this card. This is something you have to remember if you've done your inside. I can tell you many a time I put my card together and found out that this is the way it looked. And so this is not right. I have to keep looking to make sure I'm making the card in the right direction. And I'm just going to start with one edge here. And there you go. Now we'll take the birds. You see, this is a mistake I make. You see, I'm turning the card underneath. That's a bad habit to get into. So now I'm going to check my card again. There you go. And I'm going to put this. This will have just a little border also. And this piece. Oop. Okay. And this little piece, I think I'll use glue. Oops, I'm not going to put that on yet. First I'm going to put my ruffle. And I'm going to put the ruffle right about here, right up to the top of that piece I just put on. We'll use some glue for that. And I'm lining it up with the inside piece here. And I want to make sure, there you go, that I get it as straight as possible. Now I will just take these scissors and trim off this end. And there you go. All right. Now we'll put this other little piece on. And this kind of just separates the two, the bottom and the top. Puts the top on the ruffle. Now the sentiment I did computer generate, and I cut it out with Cuttlebug and one of my oval dies. And I'm going to put that on some foam tape. Give it a little dimension. There you go. Isn't that pretty? I think I'm going to add a little twine. I have this brown twine here. You know, these little gizmos, I guess I don't know what you call them. They're actually to put different colored yarns. Oops, sorry. Okay. I said I was going to put some twine on, but I put this on the card already, so I can't get the twine behind it. But actually, looking at it, I think because I made the polka dot stripe here, I don't really need any twine. I think this is probably pretty nearly done now. I am going to just see if I have any kind of little gemstones we could add.
End of messages.
Okay, I have got these little sparklies, and they're kind of a red, but they're kind of a burgundy, so I think I'm going to put like 3 right here. And they are adhesive backed, and they're hooked together, so I can get all 3 out at once. I don't want to make it two-dimensional because it does have to go in the mail. So I call that done, and I think it came out beautiful. I love it. And it says happy anniversary to one terrific twosome. So there you go. This is a curtain fold card. And we'll be back again to make another project Probably the next video you see will be the haul I get from Craft Outlet, plus a couple of things I picked up at the Dollar Tree. But until then, I'm going to say thanks to everybody for stopping by. I enjoy having you here. Thank you for all my new subscribers. If you like my card making videos, let me know. I'd be glad to make more. It's my first love is making cards and paper crafts. And give me a thumbs up, and I will be back again in just a couple of days with my haul. So until then, everybody, play nice now. Bye-bye.